Hello everyone, let's look at this problem. So we have two functions, f of x equals to tan hyperbolic of ln x and g of x equals to 2 sine x minus pi by 2. So in number 1, we have to plot these two functions in a single graph where x varies from minus twice pi to plus twice pi. So let's define these functions at first. So f of x equals to tan hyperbolic of natural logarithm of x. So we have to write log x, and g of x equals to 2 sine x minus pi by 2. So it's very straightforward. Just write plot, and inside the plot we have to give a list. Inside the list you have to write f of x comma g of x, and then we have to vary x from minus twice pi to twice pi. So this is the graph. You can add some options here according to your liking. I will add plot legends because I want to know which function is which. Let's choose expressions, and we can see that the blue function is f of x and the orange one is g of x. So let's look at number 2 now. So in number 2, we have to find the limits of integration for the area bounded by the curves for x varies from minus twice pi to twice pi. So the bounded region is this region, and this region, and this region. So we have three regions. So for the area of these regions, we have to find the limits of the integration. So to set the integration, let's look at the formula first. So these equations are function of x variables, so we have to integrate with respect to x. So for x-axis, area bounded by the two curves is so let's write the integration sign, definite integral sign, and the limit should be for x-axis left limit to right limit. So it should be leftmost limit to rightmost limit for a region. So this should be the left limit of this region and this should be the right limit of this region. And again we have to do same for the rest of the two regions. And to find the area bounded by two curves, we have to integrate top curve minus the bottom curve. And we are integrating with respect to x here. So this is the formula. So for the first region, the top curve is g of x and the bottom curve is f of x, and it's the opposite for the second region. And for the last region, the top curve is again g of x and the bottom curve is f of x. Now to find the limits, we have to find the intersection points of these curves. So here's the first intersection point. So for this point, the value of the two functions should be the same. So we can solve f of x equals to g of x to find the intersection points. So write f of x equals to g of x inside solve, and you can also specify the range, give double and sign and write the range like this, 0 to twice pi, greater than sign and equal, and give a space to write the greater than equal sign. And we want to find x. So there should be 4 intersection points here. So the range was from minus twice pi, not 0. So write minus twice pi. So these are the all 4 intersection points. Let's get the numerical values. So write double slash and capital N. So these are the numerical value for the intersection points. We can also right click on the graph and choose get coordinates to see the coordinates. So this point is minus 4.2 and this point is minus 1.8. and also this point is plus 1.8, and this point is 4.2. So now you know the limits of the integration. So let's go to the last question. Finally do the integration for the area. So let's do the integration. So write the definite integral sign. So the lower limit should be minus 4.2, this one, for the first region, and this one is the upper limit for the first region. So we are finding the area of this region here only. So for this region, top curve is g of x. So write g of x, and the bottom curve is f of x. So g of x minus f of x. Keep them inside the parenthesis and write dx. Also, the last region has the same configuration. The top curve is g of x and the bottom curve is f of x. So let's just copy paste this and just change the limits. So the limits here is 1.8 plus 1.8. So let's copy paste this part, and the upper limit is 4.2. Now let's set the integration for the region in the middle. So give a plus sign, and for this region let's just copy paste the expression again. So the lower limit should be minus 1.8 here to here. So minus 1.8 to plus 1.8. And let's copy paste the upper limit plus 1.8. Well, the top curve here is f of x, not g of x. So should be top curve minus bottom curve. So f of x minus g of x. And if we press shift enter now, we should get the area. So the area is 6.92784. So we have solved all the three questions. Now you have to submit the assignment in PDF form. So let's save this file as PDF. So go to file and click save as and give a name and choose the file type as PDF format, and then merge this PDF file with your theory solution, handwritten theory solution, and submit the assignment. So that's all. See you in the next week.